Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and today we're going to be taking a walking tour in Northeast Philadelphia. We're like in the lower Northeast. We're in the Bridesburg neighborhood. We're right next to the Delaware River, a few blocks away. So I figured I'd take you guys so we can take a look at this neighborhood up close. I've covered this area before on driving tours. Today, we're just gonna walk it. We're gonna walk for about an hour. On my left-hand side, we got the Polski Stowarzyski. It's the Polish Beneficial Association Life Insurance Company. That's what it looks like a life insurance company. We're now approaching the 4300 block of Almond Street on my right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, we got the 4400 block of Almond Street. Across the street, we have New Achievers Academy. It's a child care center. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on the 4300 block of Almond Street. You hear the birds tweeting. Tweedle tweet, tweedle tweet. We got what looks to be an electrical box out here, some sort. Something of that nature. Looks like a switcher box. I don't know what they would be switching. We got two-story porch homes on my right-hand side. These homes right here don't have a porch. This one does, the other one didn't. The ones across the street don't. So it's a mixed stylization of houses. Over here we have some porches. We got some nice stonework, we got some stucco work, we got some painted brickwork. Check out the little alleyways across the street. It looks like they have a little drive-through, like a parking area where they can park on the side of their property. We have some red, white, and blue, showing their patriotic pride. We got a flag right here. Check out that yard. They got a nice little shed back there. Nice little piece of greenery. Little picket fence. Right now we are next to a cemetery. This cemetery spans for a couple blocks to my left-hand side. I'm gonna cross the street. I see an older woman up top right there. She's walking, I don't know what looks to be one dog. Yeah, she's walking a dog and she's pushing what looks to be a stroller and or her walker. I don't want to startle her. Me walking by with this camera. I'm just gonna cross the street. Wow. There's some really nice stones. Those gravestones aren't cheap either. Those things are expensive, aren't they? I think average gravestones run what, upwards $3,000, $5,000, $8,000, and I think those really fancy ones probably go what, 10, 15 grand? I don't know. I'm not in the funeral business, but I know they're really expensive. I think it costs more to go out than it does to come into this earth, huh? I think when you come into this earth, what do they charge you? For just birth? How much does a birth go? I don't really know because I don't have any children, so I wouldn't be able to tabulate it. But what's the cost of a birth going for nowadays in 2021? I know when you go out, a funeral by itself is $5,000 to $8,000 for like a low budget funeral. That's why sometimes people opt out and they go for cremation, because I believe cremation is the most cost-effective method, depending on your belief system. I think cremation goes for what, anywhere $500, $600, $1,000 I don't know. I'm not a specialist in that field, but I think like those little stones right there, the little low-end ones, you see them? They're more on ground level. Those are probably like $1,500, $2,500, right? Like the cheaper ones. Then it probably depends on the design and the etching that you get. We're right next to the 95. This neighborhood is right around the corner from the Aramingo shopping district. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on the 2600 block of East Croydon. I'm just gonna walk, see what we run into. Now, I don't think I'm gonna do a full zigzag in nature. If you're familiar with the channel, normally when I'm in a vehicle, I try to like zigzag, go left or right, try to cover each and every block. On foot, I think that might not allow me to cover a lot of ground within an hour because I can only walk but so fast. So what I'll do is I'll try to go where there's more ambience at and or nice looking things, you know? So if there's a block with some nice buildings, nice houses, people, I'll go with the flow. Those houses got some shutters. They don't appear to be functional though. They're just bolted up to the vinyl siding. Look at that house. That house isn't bad. Not a bad looking little house there. We're on Thompson and Croydon Street. I could make a left here if I wanted to. It's basically going to take me back through the cemetery. Remember I told you that the cemetery spans through a couple blocks? I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go down the 4200 block of Thompson. These houses look a little bit more appealing in my opinion. Because they have the garage, they have that red brickwork. They got the shutters going on. Right now we're walking southbound. Behind us is northbound. On my right is westbound. On my left is eastbound. There's another block, as you can see. There's people over there sitting down, but I'm not going to that block. I'm just gonna keep on going down here. Oh, they got these pretty nice looking new developments over here. I know, I think they made these recently within the last 20 years. Look, we got some backyards over here. It's row housing. It's all connected. I know a lot of people's concern when they watch these tours that I do. They say, Toomba, where's the greenery? Where's the trees? Where's the flowers? Where's the plants? It's around. You just got to look for it. And I guess in a car, it doesn't really do justice. You can't really stare at the grass, and you can't stare at the walkways. But some neighborhoods, you know, do have greenery. They are lined with grass and more. I like the way these little buildings look. They got a little garage, they got the little shutters, they got the little apex top. Not bad. Appears to be a relatively quiet block. Must be trash day. I see trash bins out. We're now approaching the 4200 block of Edgemont. I'm gonna stop right here, we got traffic. She's more than welcome to go. They got a nice little swing set for the kids in the back with a basketball court. It's pretty neat. Bunch of flags. Yeah, this block has a whole bunch of flags. I see flags scattered throughout in all different sizes. But then again, 4th of July is around the corner. So some of that might be related to that. You know how people decorate for different holidays. I can imagine some people decorating for 4th of July. Personally, I don't decorate for 4th of July. I don't ever recall us decorating for 4th of July when I was growing up. But I know some people, they definitely put up flags when it's that time of the year. Yeah, they had a little tree right there on the porch with red, white, and blue stars. Look, we got more flags. All right, we're on Salmon Street and Aurel's Ford. I'm gonna stop over here just so y'all can take in the environment. We got what looks to be a scrap truck coming up the block. We're on the 2700 block of Aurel's Ford. He appeared to stop, so. This block is so patriotic that they painted their poles red, white, and blue with stars. Check it out. Yeah, we got more poles painted. We got more flags across the street. Good morning. We got more flags. Liberty, America, 1776. It's about 25 minutes to 11. It's not even noon yet. Hence me telling the lady good morning. I'm walking through a quiet little block with a camera out, so I might as well tell her good morning. You know, she's looking directly at me. All right, we got the Amazon DPH. I believe that's like a main office for Amazon. One of those fulfillment centers where you pick up your packages. For like Amazon Flex and everything. Yeah, it looks like it across the street. I see a bunch of Amazon trucks and everything. And if you go probably a block or two more down that end, you'll be close to the riverfront. So this neighborhood is right by the river. So we can go down there. We can make a right at that corner, but that's gonna end up looping us back around. I think I'm probably just gonna make a left-hand turn. We got police right there. I'm just gonna walk this way. We're walking by the 25 and the 73 bus stop. For sale, home for sale, 4228. I can go left, but I think I'm gonna avoid that block. That block looks pretty much similar to the last block that we walked through. Doesn't look that entertaining. We got a Fresh Direct location right there. I'm assuming that has something to do with like produce and stuff. Wow, there's a whole bunch of cigarette butts. Look at all the cigarette butts. Somebody sure does smoke a whole bunch of cigarettes. We passing the dentist's office. Erie Insurance on my left-hand side. We got the Brysburg pub right here in front of us. I think I'm gonna make this left. Let's make this left. I'm gonna cross the street so we can take a look at this. This is Croydon. The block called Croydon. I believe we're on 2700 Croydon. Yeah, I like walking in the shade. The shade is more efficient. I don't gotta glow and sweat as much. Again, flags, flags, flags galore. Across the street, they got the closed porches. Over here, they got the open porches. But then they got a closed one right here on my right, so. You got somebody's back entrance. Oh, look at the little doggy. What's up, doggy? Subscribe, dog. Turn on your notification bell. Tell the other pups in the hood to, you know, watch, tune in. All right, we're on Salmon and Croydon. We just exited the 2800 block of Croydon. Should we make a right on Salmon? Salmon has the cemetery. I think I'm gonna go straight. I think they're doing some work over here. Might be a little interesting. We'll make a right on Edgemont, just so that we don't get stuck with going through the cemetery, because we would have made it right there on Salmon. We would have went right through the cemetery, and then, yeah, would have been in trouble. I'm gonna make it right on the corner on Edgemont. The Edgemont, each block still has a cemetery, but yeah.
Oh yeah, down 90.
We're now approaching Edgemont and Croydon. We just exited the 2700 block of Croydon. We're gonna make a right on the 4300 block of Edgemont. All right, we're back in the cemetery area. I think it spans 4 blocks. I believe so. 4 blocks. So basically, there's a block going through the cemetery for the next, let's see, we just went through that one. That's 1, no, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. All right, bet 4. 4 blocks. This obviously isn't the most entertaining block to walk through. This is a dead block to walk through. Y'all didn't get the joke? No, you didn't get the joke. That was a bad joke, right? Really, really tasteless joke. No, but this is a really quiet block to walk through. There's not much activity going on. Oh, there you go again, too. It's not funny, but yeah, that was Richmond over there. The main street that we came off of. We came off of Richmond. Some of these stones, pretty nice. That one over there is huge, it's enormous. They be having the big walk-in tombs too, right? Some of the cemeteries, like when you go to Greenmount and all of that, they be having the walk-in tombs where you walk in and then you visit your loved one. Now that's an expensive tomb. That's probably like a $25,000, $30,000 tomb. That person said, listen, when I go, bury me with all my money. Spend all my life savings on my tomb. That's messed up. I ain't leaving my kids, my grandkids. I'm leaving nobody, nothing. Take my car and bury me with it. Forget digging a 6 feet grave. Figure out the measurements of my vehicular device. And there you go. Put me in the ground in sitting position. That's crazy. Oh boy. Welcome, friends. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of American freedom memorabilia out here. If you take a look, this side has a pretty wide sidewalk. Look down. Look how wide this sidewalk is from the front of the porch. I guess they closed off their little lawn. Across the street, they had green lawns. You see how they got green lawns over there? You see how these lawns right here are gated? So it looks like these people right here, oops, I'm sorry. These people right here, see that little fresh area of cement? They gated up there, not gated, they cemented up their lawn because they probably didn't want the maintenance duties that come with it. You see how there's some with like wood chips, some with like pebbles, stones, This one got like rubber chips. Then it goes back to grass. So, but even the sidewalks are pretty freshly paved. Fresh cement. The house for sale across the street, 4376. Look at their backyards. We're approaching Orthodox. We got the 2600 block of Orthodox on my left, 2700 block of Orthodox on my right. That's actually where we started the tour at. We were on Orthodox. This is an awesome church over there. You can see the peak. You see the peak out there with the crosses up top? Wow, that's intriguing. Should I make a right or should I go towards the church? Or should I take a look at these stars? I think I'm gonna go take a look at that church. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight. And then I'm gonna make this left on the 2600 block of Orthodox. Because churches, you don't have to be religious to appreciate a church's architecture. The way they're designed. And then if you think about the day and age that they were made, a lot of these churches were made 100 years ago, 200 years ago. We're passing Ken Farrell's barbershop. Check it out. Yeah, a lot of these churches were made so long ago. So if you wrap your mind around, like, wow, they put so much detail into these buildings. And they barely had the tools. They barely had the manpower and the machine. Well, they probably had the manpower. Passing Judy's hair salon. I mean, they probably had the manpower because, you know, there's always been an overabundance of people since the Egyptian days. You know, they say the Egyptians built the pyramids. I don't know. I'll let you guys, you know, discuss that amongst yourselves. But, all right, check out this church. We're turning on Thompson. This is Thompson. 2600 Thompson. Yeah, but if you look at the way, look at that. Look at that detail. Look at the way those cones stand up like hats. Amazing. Yo, look at this little alley. I'm sorry, I just gotta show y'all this alley. See that alley? Somebody over there listening to Eminem. Wow, that's an old school Eminem track. That's with Nate Dogg, right? Is that Nate Dogg? I'm a little rusty. Wow, look at that though. That's awesome. That is awesome. Saint John Cantius Church. Wow, I love it. Check that out. It's decent. Private property, no trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. Wow, that's kind of like deep. Like, what if I would like to visit their little yard and get on my knees and pray? Like, they straight up said violators will be prosecuted, but yet the gates basically are wide open. The two posts, they're wide open. Saint John Cantius RC Church. You know, in those towers out there, they might have steps on the inside. They might have steps. They're going like a circle, or you can go up. There might be like a little, like a storage room up there or something. Sheesh, it's pretty decent though. And it's made out of bricks. That's not as detailed as some of those stone churches. Like that over there, look at that back there. That's made with them big stones. It looks like that's another church back there. Yep, there's another one. Pope John Paul Catholic School, Regional Catholic School. It looks like there's another church that's over here too, on the top of the block, all the way over there. Look at those houses. They look like they both came together and paid for the same guy to do the cement work in front of the house because they're designed very similar. Unless they're rented and the same owner owns them and he got the work done by the same person and then rented them out to two separate people. Or unless they're related. Their family, you know, they're like, hey, what's up? Oh, they could just be neighbors. Hey, neighbor, I'm getting a really good deal on the work that's going to be done in front of my house. Would you like to talk to the contractor? Sure, buddy. What's his prices? Contact him. Tell him I sent you. And then they get a deal because they get both of the houses done at the same time. They got their little green terraces though. I guess some people don't care for the green terrace because, like I said, it's just maintenance. You know, you can put something nice like this. You know, you can put some nice greenery, or you can just seal it up. I can imagine. Matter of fact, I know it's not. I can imagine, but I know for sure that greenery brings bugs. Greenery brings bugs. So having more plants and flowers and stuff. If you're not a bug person, you definitely don't want to have more flowers and none of that. And then, not to mention, people walking their dogs and their dogs pooping on your lawn, on your little green lawn. They're pooping on it, so that sucks. We're now approaching Thompson and Lefebvre. We got U.S. Mortgage of Pennsylvania on my left. Centennial Pharmacy on my right. And we got more flags. Flags. We got K Food Market across the street. I'm gonna cross the street here. Green light. And we're gonna continue going to that next church. It looks like they're doing some rehab work on that house. The inside is gutted and they're doing work to it and all the windows are open. Oh, hold on. I seen that house for sale. Yo, I saw that house for sale on Zillow. That's it? Yo, I saw that house for sale on Zillow, y'all. Let me tell you how much they wanted for that house. They wanted like 110 for it, 110,000. I think they ended up closing the deal for like 90,000. Like 90 or 100, because I definitely was looking at it. I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at it. Yo, I got a chance to see it in person. That was completely unexpected. I mean, I knew it was in Bryceburg when I saw the listing, but yeah, because I remember because it had the big yard around it and everything. Wow, got to see it in person, guys. That was accidental. Look at, they even got a Patriotic Mickey. Yeah, they wanted 110 for it. But as you can see, they gutted out the whole building. So I don't know if it needed a whole bunch of work. It probably needed a whole bunch of work. And that 110, and then you put another 50, 60 grand into it. Or more, give or take. Wow. Large flag. All right. Something's telling me it's not because it's 4th of July. Because I see this stuff. Look at this right there on the pole where it says, "Welcome to Bryceburg." There's a banner right next to that flag that says, "Welcome to Bryceburg." See it? Bryceburg sounds like it could be its own little town. But then again, if you take all of the neighborhoods, remember how I was telling you there's over 100 plus neighborhoods in Philly? If you would take each one and you would pick it up from where its boundaries are at, like whatever it's bordered by, pick it up and then drop it in the middle of the woods, it would pretty much be a little town. The only thing that makes it a city is that we're all connected. Like all these little towns are connected. All right, look at this church. Wow, this church is awesome. Now this is what I was talking about when I was talking about the big stones. Wow. All Saints. It's on Buckius Street, 2700 block of Buckius. Yeah, that's pretty decent. It's so like old style. It's so like classic. Ooh, that wind breeze feel good. Oh, look, it was made in 1895. So that's definitely over 100 years old. Let's see, 100 years old would be 1900 to 2000. Plus 5, 105. Plus 21, plus 20 would be 125. Plus 1 would be 126-year-old church. Wow. Sheesh. 126-year-old church, guys. They don't make them like they used to. I would like to see them make a modern style church with that type of architecture. Taller, bigger, more massive. I want to see something epic. Look at this. 2-story building with a 3rd floor built up top. This one got stucco. Look at the crowns to those buildings. You see the crowns? You see how detailed the woodwork is? It's on the 2600 block of Fillmore. Wow, look at this church. All Saints Parochial School. Wow. See? These churches are decent. There's no place like home. That's what the advertisement just said. It said there's no place like home. Got a lot of nice little flowers, little flower pots, little trees. A lot of nice flowers. It said, "What's its name Tavern" across the street. What's its name Tavern on Ash Street. Ash Street cuts over to Kirkbride Street. Thompson and Kirkbride, but we're on Ash and Thompson. So if you take a look at that building right there in the corner, that's some nice architecture. That's decent. It got the vinyl siding. Y'all know how I feel about the vinyl siding. And if you don't, well, now you know. I'm not the biggest fan of vinyl siding, but it doesn't look that bad. It looks cool. Looks nice. They got another flag. You got this older gentleman right here. Probably an original resident from the neighborhood. He's going into his building. We got a child care center on my left. Look at this big old tree in their yard. Then they got a back deck over there. See that back deck? They kind of need some shade though. Oh, they got a little umbrella, but that umbrella ain't doing nothing. They need to make like an awning. Look at this little yard with a garage. Sorry guys, I know I'll probably be making y'all seasick just going left and right. Look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. Passing the 4600 block of Edgemont. Again, 90,000 to live in a neighborhood like this. That was on that low end. The houses are probably going for 150, 200, give or take on the condition. And the amenities might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less, but and 100 grand, you go take that to the suburbs or to the country, and you get yourself a large townhome with a half an acre of land or an acre of land around you. You know what I mean? We got Paul's Corner. Rest in peace, Paul. I guess that was his house, and they made a little a sign for him to keep his memory alive. Home of the brave. 4th of July. Yeah, some of them might be 4th of July, because that one literally said home of the brave, 4th of July. Tell you something, in my neighborhood, they don't buy 4th of July decorations. Yo, they don't buy 4th of July decorations. They barely buy Christmas decorations. I remember when I was a kid, the streets used to be lined with Christmas lights, and you know, you go to houses. Now I don't see that anymore nowadays. I guess it depends on the neighborhood. We're passing the 4700 block of Salmon. Got some kids over there playing in the street, playing baseball. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Passing the 4600 block of Emory. Look at this block. Nice little quiet block. Look at this little property right here. They cemented the side. They got front shutters just for looks because they're not functional. They're bolted. The side little fence, wooden fence. The side porch. That's a nice looking little property here in the city. It's not bad. It's at the intersection of Emory and Ash. Not a bad little house right there. Not bad at all. Look at that little yard decoration with another flag. Many of these homes proudly represent with the flag. We're now approaching Richmond Street, Ash and Richmond Street. We got a playground across the street. And I see a police officer's face painted on that recreation center. I'm about to cross the street. We're about to cross Richmond. Passing the 73 bus stop. I don't want to go too close because there's an older gentleman with his toddler over there playing. But I just wanted to show you guys this little memorial they have for Gary Skirtsky. He passed away. Wow, they got that church painted. Let's go closer. They got that church painted. The church that we just walked by with the two giant towers. They got the church painted on it. That's decent. I mean, it's sad, but it's decent that we were just looking at that church and I was admiring the church. And then right here, he was born in 1959. He passed away in 2006. And they even got one of the old police cars there, you see? The older Philadelphia Crown Victorias. That's how our police cars used to look back in the day. Wow, I like how they have that church. They literally have the church that we were looking at. That's decent. Maybe that was his church. Maybe he grew up in this neighborhood and that's the church that he went to, and or maybe the church where his service was held at, you know what I mean? They had another memorial over there. Go over here and take a look at this memorial real quick. Dedicated to the memory of all those from this community who were answered their country's call to service during World War I. Memorial restored by James Davis Troop 120 Eagle Scout Project, July 14th, 2019. So that was recently restored, recently created. Oh, look at that cool little project right there with the logs. That's a decent way to utilize logs. Painted them. And they're like little sitting benches. That's decent. You know, you could bring a classroom of children there and they can sit down and, you know, that's decent. Play Duck, Duck, Goose or something. I don't know. You can't play musical chairs because those things are heavy to move. Musical logs. That was decent though. That's how my backyard would look. I would have a bunch of painted, quirky, spunky, artistic looking objects just like that. We have some 3-story homes right on Richmond. We're walking northbound on Richmond. On my left is westbound. On my right is eastbound. Behind us is southbound. We got Bryceburg Elementary School right here. We're in the Bryceburg neighborhood, and y'all see Bryceburg Elementary School. State Rep, District 177, Joe Hohenstein. This is a deaf child area, as you can see by the sign. I got a lawnmower right here. Somebody throwing it out. Might be fixable, and or it could just be used for scrap metal. There's a lot of flags and banners that represent Welcome to Bryceburg. You see right there? And then across the street it says Bryceburg, a family first community. Catering by Jeff, which is cool. Kirkbride, 2700 Irish Eyes Pub. We got Engine 33 right here across the street. It is a fire station. We got Brysburg Pizza over there. We got some flags. I literally just walked by a huge display of flags and everything, but the family was outside with their children. I didn't really want to just point the camera directly at them while they got their children out front playing on the grass. All right, we're gonna cross right here. We're gonna cross Richmond. I'm gonna go down this little block. Show y'all this little in memory of firefighter Harry Hens. Died in the line of duty protecting the citizens of Philadelphia on May 23rd, 1986. Dedicated by his family and friends. So this is the Bryceburg Fire Station. Thank you for your support. Foam 33. Merry Christmas. This is their fire station parking lot out back. And that's what some of the firefighters probably drive. Look at that. One of them still drives a Bronco. That Bronco's worth money. And the top comes off. Yo, that Bronco worth some dollars. Like 13, 14 grand depending on condition and mileage. Give or take. It could be a little more, it could be a little less. But I know those Broncos are sought after by the collectors. Somebody once traded a Porsche for that Bronco, because he was a collector and he had, I guess, an extra Porsche and he wanted that Bronco. Wow, just imagine. Gave up a Porsche for a Ford. Look at, got a lot of stars and all that stuff. Let freedom ring. They got a boat inside their private property. Check that out. They got their own boat. Passing Salmon and Kirkbride. Got some new houses right over there. Look at them cube houses. They don't match the neighborhood at all. Oh, they're doing some work over here. It's always interesting when I walk by the properties that are doing work, because they stare a little bit. They think, I guess, you know, like I work with L&I, or, you know, I'm probably trying to document their work. But no, I'm not really looking at that. I'm just minding my own business, capturing footage of the neighborhood. We got a house for sale right here. This is for sale. Yeah, it comes with a little driveway and everything, if anyone's interested. It's on the 4700 block of Salmon in Bryceburg. Oh, they're doing the roof. It's pretty cool. check that out. They got solar panels up top. Look at the solar panels. Y'all missed them, but they had solar panels on that green property. Passing the 4700 block of Edgemont. There's a sign across the street that read Fire Krasner. A lot of people have mixed emotions, I guess, about that person. I've even seen him on the Roosevelt Boulevard. I was driving on the Roosevelt Boulevard and I saw signs all lined across the center boundaries. And if you know the Roosevelt Boulevard, that's one of the fastest and most dangerous highways in Philadelphia. It's not really a highway, but it's like a main way, Route 1. Oh, look at that church. And they had Fire Krasner signs all over the Roosevelt Boulevard. Wow. Bryceburg Methodist Episcopal Church. That's pretty cool. All right, we're back on Thompson. We're on Kirkbride and Thompson. Look at that house over there on the corner. Those are the houses that I like. Because of those cones. Those cones make the house, to me, look more appealing than the flat top ones. See? Got this young female over here painting. I think we passed this earlier. We literally just passed this spot earlier. We just went in a whole circle. I'm like, hey, she looks familiar. She was painting. We got the Philadelphia Vietnam Veterans Memorial Society right here on my left. And we got an ice cream truck here. It says Cowabunga. That's a good one. And the truck is painted like a cow. Cowabunga. But then again, it could be said Cowabunga. Philadelphia Vietnam Veterans Memorial Society. Up close, guys. I'm gonna cross the street because they got a little teeny weeny placard right here. So you guys can read the placard. It says Corporal Michael J. Crescents, United States Army, Company 4th Battalion, 31st Infantry Regiment, 196 Light Infantry Brigade, the only Philadelphian who received the Medal of Honor for service in Vietnam, awarded posthumously for actions on November 20th, 1968, Haic Duc Valley, Quang Nam Province, Republic of Vietnam. Wow. So certain people definitely got their names immortalized in this neighborhood. Private property, park at your own risk. Passing the 2600 block of Hallworth. This almost gives you the town vibe because of those Brysburg things that are plastered everywhere. They're like, are they flags? They're not even flags. It looks like a wooden frame or a metal frame with a sign. And again, here, right here, Brysburg, a family first community. Brysburg Presbyterian Church. The Come As You Are Church. Oh, that's neat. So I'm welcome as I am, huh? Thompson and Pratt. Because you know how some churches, they always like look at you if you're not dressed in the proper attire or for whatever reason. 4700 Mercer. I'm gonna go up one more block. I was gonna make a left here, but it's gonna end up probably taking me back to where that lady was painting at. And I really didn't want to pop up back in the corner. That she's gonna think that I'm documenting her painting services. Say no, she probably worked for the daycare, but still. Okay, this property got it going on. Nice little color coordination. Is that a cat on the roof? Oh, that's an owl. I was about to say. It's like a statue of an owl. I was about to say, yo, they got a cat on their roof, but they got it going on because they got the little driveway and they got the little back 2-story garage shed thingy majiggy. That's decent. This is tough. This is like one of the neatest looking little properties I've seen in this neighborhood thus far. Wow, I like that. The main selling point for me is that back shed with the garage driveway thingy. If they didn't have that, then it would probably look just like the rest of them. But I think that was pretty neat. That's like, you know, you could hook it up like a man cave slash garage slash go-go bar slash strip club. Like, no, ain't no strip club. All right, let's make this left. 4800 block of Almond. Don't be alarmed, sir. It's a camera. He went automatically into his crib once he saw me. Some people, they see a foreign face like mine or somebody who looks like me, and yeah, they automatically retreat. Got the hedge cutters right there. Look like somebody started cutting the grass, but then they gave up. Oh, look at it. That looks like a brand new project. Yeah, definitely doesn't match the neighborhood. It's huge too. Width-wise, it's definitely a really wide building. Oh, this one got shutters. Do they function? Do they function? They're not bolted in. They might be on the latches. They might be on like some hidden top secret latch. Wow. Interesting. Look at those third floor attics. Okay, we're gonna make this right on Ash Street, and then we're gonna turn left on Almond, 4600 block of Almond. It looks like there's this little industrial complex right here. Wow, what's that? Oil? What is in those? Is that oil in them? Wow, I just walked up to a dude and he had the most powerful, potent cologne of a lifetime. I tasted it. Have you ever been around someone that their cologne or their perfume is so strong that you can taste it? That'd be like that sometimes. I'll be walking and somebody drives by and I smell their fragrance. I'm like, dude, would you put half the bottle of cologne on you? And that's a whole lot of cologne. Yo, that red 3500 truck across the street looks neat. It's a nice looking truck. Extended cab, full cab at that. With a nice bed. That's a nice truck. Yeah, that's a really nice looking vehicular device there. Oh yeah, I like that. That was decent. Oh, we got another little church over here. Oh, I think this is the back of that other church that we passed. And look at, there's a little cemetery over here too. Wow, a whole bunch of cemeteries in this area. A whole bunch of churches in this area. A whole bunch of flags in this area. We're now approaching Buckius Street, 2600 block of Buckius on my right, 2500 block of Buckius on my left. I'm gonna stay on this side, this shade. Oops, I've been tripping since I came to this neighborhood. I don't know if y'all noticed. I tripped like 3 times. I tried to play it off. That time I couldn't. We got Fran Lee Caterers across the street. Yeah. I tripped like 3 or 4 times lightly. They were all very light trips. That one right there was like bad. Look at more patriotism. See, it's all lined over here across the street. I'm still amazed that I happened to pass that property that I saw on Zillow. Interesting. Yeah, people tend to see me, they turn off, they go in their building, or they stick their head out and they peek at me. That's why sometimes they be like, yo, Toon, can you do this neighborhood? Yo, Toon, can you do that neighborhood? Toon, why don't you go to this town? It's like, you guys gotta understand, I don't blend in well with all townships. And, you know, especially if the township is primarily a Caucasian township, me being of Puerto Rican descent, and I do have a little bit of pigment. I do have, you know, some brown complexion to me. Then I got the tattoos and all that stuff. Then I may or may not have braids in during the day. I do the doing the walkthrough. So it ends up being all eyes on me. They're like, Toon, you don't feel like scared for your life when you walk through Badlands? No, I blend in. I look like I'm, you know, I look like I'm probably from up the block. But we're crossing Lefebvre. I'm gonna make this right on Lefebvre. Creation Hair Designs on my left, studios. But when I go through the towns that are primarily another race that's not my own, I stand out like a sore thumb. It's easier for me to do diverse neighborhoods. I mean, I can do these neighborhoods. I just gotta prepare to have all eyes on me. Sometimes I'll say, hello, good afternoon to someone, and they'll just like shrug it off. Like, what, dude? I just was trying to be polite to you, man. I'm trying to show you that we're all human. I can be nice. Livingston. Let's make this left on Livingston. Livingston is a little tiny block. Usually the younger folks are a lot more open-minded. The older ones tend to be a little firm in their ways. And they prejudge everything based, you know, because what they see on the television set. So, yeah, they see people on the television set that look like me doing robberies, doing stick-ups, you know, and doing a bunch of crimes. Didn't go, hey, that's that guy I just saw on TV. But, you know, the younger people, I guess the hipster crowd, they understand that we're not so bad. At least I'm not. I try to always say sir. I try to say ma'am. Try to say thank you, no thank you. I speak politely. I understand that sometimes the first glance, the first judgment might be the only judgment. Might be the only impression you ever make on a soul. So I'll do my best to make sure that that impression counts. Don't judge me by the color of my skin, but the character and my demeanor and how I carry myself and speak to you. You know what I mean? Let's make this right. We just turned off of Livingston. For the most part, a lot of the houses are well kept. Clean area, clean environment. No riffraff. No young people hanging out, doing negative deeds. The area is well cared for. It's nice. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we just reached our 1 hour mark. I want to say thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support. Show some love. Comment in the comment section. Smash that thumbs up button. All help is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell because we got an e-scooter giveaway. I'm giving away a brand new Go Tracks e-scooter when the YouTube channel Tune 215 reaches 50,000 subscribers and the YouTube channel Tune Be Chillin' reaches 1,000 subscribers. If you want to cop some merch, show some love, purchase a Tune 215 watch. We got the sports watches available, $25, free shipping anywhere in the USA. I can ship globally, but at the buyer's expense. I can send a watch anywhere in the world, but the buyer would have to pay shipping if they're outside of the USA. Thank you all for watching. This is Tune Dollars, Mr. Tune 215, Tune Be Chillin', and I'm tuning out.